We're live here at the Pittsburgh Convention Center. I always want to say David L. Lawrence Convention Center because that's back in the day. I'm kind of dating myself. I'm here with Andrew Knoll, and Andrew is here at the International Cannabis Conference, Medical Conference, and I want to talk why you're here and who are you with?
So CMN Holdings Inc. is our company, and we own and operate the Cannabis Medical Network, which is educational content for compassionate care doctors in every state that has laws in the books. So Compassionate Certification Centers, who is sponsoring this event, is one of our key partners that we've been with since the inception, and we work with onboarding prescribers as they evolve from whatever area of practice they were in prior to becoming a compassionate care doctor, to help them with their intake. And so what we provide is digital signage. One
Yes.
piece goes in the waiting area, and it has content relevant to the nature of the visit. So if you're going to a cannabis doctor, you're going there to get a card. Every state has qualifying conditions, which can range from 8 conditions to 20 conditions and beyond. So we make content that helps educate specifically somebody who's there that isn't interested in getting high. They're there to address a medical problem.
Okay.
And maybe there's some stigma associated. Maybe they don't, they've been referred by another doctor, and this is kind of a last resort. And they're like, what can I do to get my quality of life back? So we create an environment that eases some of that tension and erodes some of the stigma around medical marijuana and all things. So from there, from the waiting room, they fill out a form, they write down the reason for their visit, whether it's PTSD or chronic pain or Crohn's disease or whatever it might be. The doctor now knows what needs to be discussed. So we then provide another screen that goes in the exam room that has on-demand clips specific to all of the qualifying conditions per state. So the doctor, instead of having to recall all of the detail, all this information, they're just able to play an on-demand clip that's perfect and specific to the nature of that specific ailment. And by the time they get to the consultation, you have a very educated patient. Most of the questions have been answered, and now they have better questions to ask the doctor, so they get way more out of the consultation.
So you're educating them in so many ways, Andrew, so that when they pick a compassionate care doctor, they understand things. So how does that, so basically it works through, how you talked about the company that owns this is a media company, right?
That's correct.
And so is it media driven? So how people find out about your company and stuff, and how that they can learn more about it? So it's a network, and a network of where to contact, or also the education portion of it?
The best way to get a hold of us is just go to our website, which is www.cmnhi.com. And there's different landing pages for all kinds of people, investors, doctors, dispensaries. We also have a network that operates in medical dispensaries, not recreational, but medical dispensaries.
So the doctors that we go see, Andrew,
Yes.
What are their backgrounds usually that are doing these?
All over the place. I mean, podiatrists, pediatricians, all areas of practice, people are passionate about this movement. And there's an opportunity now for doctors from any field to go through certification, which is, again, it's state by state, has different requirements. They go through a process, and then they get certified to become a compassionate care doctor.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you're part of that education to get those compassionate care doctors, more and more of them.
Exactly. Anything we can do to help the doctors.
And so in Pennsylvania, the laws keep changing, so it's more and more opportunities, right?
That's correct.
People to get. So basically, first they have to go to the state, right? That's step one.
That's correct.
Then if they do, then they go to a compassionate care doctor.
That's correct.
And you have the network and who to find.
Of course, I recommend anybody who is looking to get a medical marijuana card, go meet with our friends at Compassionate Certification Centers. They have the best doctors on the face of the planet, especially in the great state of Pennsylvania.
So what areas usually do they qualify in Pennsylvania for what? Chronic pain's one of them.
I think there's 21 qualifying conditions. That's the beauty of having the screen with the on-demand clips, is I can just go through each and every single one of them. And this is the pain of being a doctor, is you have to this knowledge base, and these are very intelligent, very highly trained, skilled people, but this is a lot of data, and it changes every year. So let's say they add 3 more qualifying conditions. Now you have to become an expert on each one of those individual things. It's kind of like a detail video. So like a detailed video for like how to get the most out of your POS system at your bar or restaurant, right? So all the functionality is lost because who has time to read a 30
Exactly.
So we distill that information down in a way where we hit all the high notes and it's available on demand. So it kind of works like a detailed video at the same time, making our experts even better at their job.
Well, Andrew, it's fantastic. Again, best place to find info?
For us?
Yes. And you connect with you too?
www.cmnhi.com. All our videos are, there's a link to our videos, our content, there's samples, there's everything. Everything you could ever want.
All right, you're watching The Neil Haley Show and listening to The Neil Haley Show, and we'll be back in just a moment.